channel, and welcome back to another reaction request. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing, join the family. I'd absolutely love to have you. Guys, this is a reaction request from Monroe. What's up, Monroe? Hope life is treating you right. And this is a reaction request for a video called Time Lapse of the Future, a journey to the end of time. Now, this obviously does not sound like an artist I've ever heard of, so it's going to be interesting because I think we're about to go on a journey to the end of time, which should be interesting to say the least. Now, there's a possibility that I've seen this or something similar to this because I kind of like this kind of stuff, you know, the whole how the future is going to be and, you know, all that kind of cool stuff, you know, because I'm not 100% sure if I will actually be here in a million years or not. I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny the possibility of it going either way, where I'm here, I'm not. I don't know. So it's good to watch this just in case. Anyways, this is what Monroe had to say. This is one of the most profound videos I've ever watched. I see YouTube comments that it's even helped with severe depression. It's just incredible reading everything, but please venture into this without any more info. And yes, it's long, but very, 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 very worth it. That's a lot of varies. So I'm very, 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 very excited. And with that being said, without further ado, from me, Monroe, and all of you, let's get off tap.
A few moments later.
The Holocene has ended. What we do now and in the next few years will profoundly affect the next few thousand years. The only conditions modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Nothing stays the same on this planet. Everything changes. The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps. The Earth is always jumping.
Okay, I don't think I've seen this particular one, but I've seen these kind of the future and painting a picture of it types before. They're interesting. They're very interesting, and this one looks like it's high quality too. The music already sounds great from the very beginning. That was pretty cool. But let's continue, shall we?
Things move on this planet. Things are not still. Everything is turning.
Wow.
As it begins to run out of fuel, the sun won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core will collapse, and the extra heat this generates will cause its outer layers to expand. The sun is now dead. Its remains slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space.
That's gonna suck. But lucky for you guys, it's not happening for about 80 billion years, 86 billion years or something. So that means you still got some time to not have to worry about that. Just saying. Just saying.
The fate of the sun is the same as for all stars. One day, they must all eventually die, and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
All stars eventually will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off. And there'll be no more new stars created. And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper. And not in fire, but in ice.
With no fuel left to burn, a white dwarf's faint glow comes from the last residual heat from its extinguished furnace. Looking at it from where the Earth is now, it would only generate the same amount of light as the full moon on a clear night.
Wow.
The faint glow of white dwarfs will provide the only illumination in a dark and empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
Makes you wonder how many times this has probably already even happened. You never know, like, you know, this kind of stuff could be happening every day, you know. I mean, who really knows anything? I mean, this could be the Matrix as far as we know. I don't know. But that's why we're watching this, because they've got the answers. Apparently, they already know how it's going to work out, so we don't have to stress ourselves attempting to figure it out. Alright, thumbs up, subscribe button, please. All noties. Thank you.
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold that they barely emit any more heat or light. Black dwarfs are dark, dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter. Little more than the ashes of stars. Their constituent atoms are so severely crushed that black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun. Stars take so long to reach this point.
I think that's a didgeridoo in that sound, you know, the instrument, the music, the background. It's an Australian instrument. It's like a long pipe thingy. It's called a didgeridoo. Yeah. Wow. This kind of stuff, if you start thinking about it too seriously, like, it'll keep you up all night. And I already have a lot of stuff that keeps me up all night. Like, there's just so many things that we want the answers to, that we have questions about our existence and everything related to such things, you know, this planet, the universe, all this stuff. And watching these kind of things can be a bit terrorizing, a little scary, but you know, would you rather know or not know? I don't know. It's one of those things, ain't it? It'd be cool if we could be there to experience it in a sense too, but I don't know. So far from what they're saying, it's going to be kind of cold, so I might need a couple jackets. Just saying.
We believe there are currently no black dwarfs in the universe.
That's not true. I've seen a black dwarf before. About 4 foot. Yeah.
We have a pace of life that's based on really the energy available to us now. You could imagine living conscious systems which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise. You could have a living system where if it had a thought every 10 trillion years, that would seem normal. Even if our life dies out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while. So you might have islands in time of intelligence.
So I wonder when intelligent life is going to exist again. Have you seen any around? Except for me. No, I'm joking. All right, yeah, like, I mean, it's very interesting because this one of the things, like, you don't know, there could have already been, like, evolved, civilizations before us that now there's no, record of their existence anymore, because it's just all, it decays away, like over time it just disappears. And it's crazy when you think about that, like just how it's crazy and it's sad and it's a bit depressing to know that all that and all that is now will cease to exist, that no one will even know you were here. That's crazy stuff, man. Like, it's just, get your mind around all this stuff, man. It can drive you crazy, I can tell you that.
A proton, one of the fundamental building blocks of atomic matter, what makes us up, can just spontaneously fall apart.
Any material that evades the pull of a black hole eventually dies away as its protons disintegrate.
The matter inside black dwarfs, the last matter in the universe, will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void as radiation, leaving absolutely nothing behind.
With the black dwarfs gone, there won't be a single atom of matter left. All that will remain of our once rich cosmos will be particles of light and black holes.
Wow, crazy.
The arrow of time creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life is possible. But it's a window that doesn't stay open for long. As a fraction of the lifespan of the universe, as measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole, life as we know it is only possible for 1,000th of a billion billionth of a percent.
Wow. Get your mind around that. So basically, you're really lucky to be here right now. The odds, I mean, you had a better chance of winning Powerball last night than actually having an opportunity to be in this existence, man. That's just... wow.
from the fundamental building block of the universe. A galaxy will basically be a supermassive black hole in a center with smaller black holes orbiting it.
Zombie galaxies filled with black holes continue to evolve.
They'll eat each other and they'll get bigger, and maybe they'll fall into the supermassive black hole and it'll get bigger. The universe will still be an exciting, dynamic place. It's just that the timescales you're talking about are now trillions of years instead of thousands or millions of years.
I feel like Pink Floyd had something to do with the soundtrack. I mean, the audio for this is on point. I love the music, the cinematography, like everything about this is really cool. It's well put together. Like, I love the visual effects and everything, because, you know, someone had to envision what will it be like freaking trillions of years from now, right? Like, it's so well thought out and well done. But the music is complementing in such an awesome way, man. And I swear Pink Floyd had to be part of this. That's all I'm saying. If you're a Pink Floyd fan, you know. If you ain't, go watch some of my previous Pink Floyd reactions. Because I wasn't a fan either until I watched those reactions and figured out, oh crap, they're awesome. So go check them out in the previous videos. That's all I'm saying.
Holes can bang on space-time like mallets on a drum. And they have a very characteristic song. Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life together. At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second. As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time. Space squeezes and stretches as it emanates out from these black holes banging on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They are literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light as they ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole. If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate with the squeezing and stretching of space. You would literally hear the sound. Imagine a lighter black hole falling into a very heavy black hole. The sound you're hearing is a light black hole banging on space each time it gets close. As it falls in, it gets faster and it gets louder.
Ooh.
Scientists used to think black holes were immortal, but even these will one day die.
Now we're talking about timescales of unimaginable length, quadrillions of years into the future. On that timescale, even the black holes begin to evaporate.
According to quantum mechanics, Space is filled with virtual particles, antiparticles, that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other. In the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate. The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole. And so, black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion. Quantum mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to escape from the ultimate prison, a black hole.
Philosophers and poets have asked the question, will the world end in fire or ice? We can now give an answer. The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
Empty space itself has energy. In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still energy even in the space itself. And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark energy. And this stuff is the dominant stuff of the universe. Almost 3/4 of the matter-energy content of the universe is this dark energy. And we don't know what it is.
Dark energy, unlike matter or radiation, does not dilute away as the universe expands. This has crucial implications for what the universe is going to do in the future.
So what will be the future of the universe? Well, if the dark energy remains dominant and repulsive, the universe will expand forever. Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway universe.
70% of the energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand why.
Now, we're not going to make this religious or spiritual or anything like that, but if you don't know what that little, area is that might possibly be, God, or, might be where everything started from and where everything will continue to be forever and ever. I don't know. It's quite interesting, ain't it? But that's the thing that annoys me about all this stuff, is that, like, what do we really know? You know, like, what do we really know? You know, and what, like, there's just so many questions, right? And we may never get any answers, like real answers. The answers we all want to know is how? How did all of this start in the first place? How does something come from nothing? How, why, where, when, who? You know, those questions. Inquiring minds want to know.
But we do know what will happen. If that energy continues to be there, the universe will become cold and dark and empty. That's the future as it might be. We don't know because we don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future. We won't even understand our own origins. And that's why we want to know and study this subject.
Telling you, I'm loving the music. This whole, just the soundtrack for this entire piece has just been phenomenal. Absolutely love it. That's crazy. So there may be multiple universes. Think about that. Not just our universe that already seems to be forever expanding and just like, right? Like vastly huge and all these like crazy things, but there could be millions of other universes. That's universally cray-cray. I can't even get my mind around freaking Earth by itself, let alone all the other parts and components of said ecosystem. It's madness.
Forecast does seem to be for an ever colder, ever emptier universe. But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning? And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to the beginning of a new one.
We've worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe. Facing the death of everything there is, this perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes. So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes which do not have intelligent life are infertile. They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that could open up child universes, and they would then proliferate.
And who knows, maybe someone's already done it. Maybe this is a child universe. I mean, I've seen many, more or less, children who are pretending to be adults. There's a lot of child in the universe. Not just children, but adult children. Just saying. Also, let's talk about this for a second, because it is possible, right? Like, you know, people have all their theories and stuff. A lot of science, you know, is creating hypotheses, you know, it's about theories, it's theoretical. And, you know, science attempt to prove their theories as being actual factual. But the actual factual is that, seriously, we don't know nothing. We just speculating, you know. It's like a good game of Texas Hold'em, you know. You're sitting there, you don't really know what the other person has in their hand, but you got a general idea. You're speculating. And if you speculate just right, it's going to be a good night. Yeah.
After an unimaginable length of time, even the black holes will have evaporated, and the universe will be nothing but a sea of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero. Once the very last remnants of the very last stars have finally decayed away to nothing, and everything reaches the same temperature, the story of the universe finally comes to an end. For the first time in its life, the universe will be permanent and unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing because the cosmos cannot get any more disordered. Nothing happens, and it keeps not happening forever.
Man, that's heavy, man. the ending of this just like, that's heavy. That's heavy. This whole thing is actually pretty heavy because there's something that is said in this repeatedly that is pretty depressing if you allow yourself to think about it too much, and that is basically our existence means nothing. According to this, I mean, we're lucky to be here and experience it, but in the big scheme of things, it's nothing. Crazy. Like, it's just, dude. This is not good for someone to be making future plans with, you know, if you're watching this, you know, you're thinking, you know what, I think I'm gonna go and visit Nebula 1 at some point in time. You know, it'd be great. Take my little spaceship and the family and we'll fly on over there. Yeah, I hate to tell you, but it's nothing. I mean, what a perspective, you know, like, it's crazy, right? Like, if this is the fate of the universe, man, like it's depressing, isn't it? I mean, am I the only one feeling a little bit like, what the hell? So basically everything's gonna fade to black and that's it? That's depressing. I've just spent months attempting to get over my depressions. If this is how everything's gonna play out, I mean, what are we doing? That's why I always say, live each moment to the fullest, keep it off tap. I mean, you gotta cherish and appreciate each and every moment, every second. But our moment seems to be but a micro, mini, as to the extreme power of a nanosecond. Like, it's just crazy, dude. And it's just a drop in the sand and it means nada. It's like when you go to the beach and you see all those grains of sand, right? If you try to take just one of those grains, it's good luck with that, you know. It's irrelevant, bro. It's oh my gosh, dude, I don't even know. The ones I've seen, this one's a bit heavier, man. Like, this one they took it all the way to the end game, like, no Thanos snap to bring nothing back. Like, we talking just dark. Like, it's done. That's it. Nothing. Nada. Man, the ones I like have a little bit of a glimmer of hope at the end, you know. It makes you feel a little bit like, hey, you know what, yeah, humanity, we might just survive this. I mean, I guess they did say we might be able to create little baby universes or something, but then they just basically at the end said, but hate to tell you, eventually that too will just be nada. So yeah, that's it's the fate of the universes that might be out there, millions, and it might be just a little bit cold, dark, empty, and black, and you know, just nothing at all, zero. And that's the way it'll be forever and ever, nothing. That's crazy. Get your mind around this stuff, man. It's just, even when you're just thinking about your own life existence in this time frame right now, we're not even talking trillions of years. We're talking about freaking not even trillions of months or years. We're talking just like the next seconds and days and minutes, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like the next years of your lifetime. Just getting your mind around that is already. But they just took us trillions of years in the future, and basically there won't be any more dominoes, there won't be no more Mickey D's, there won't be any more freaking reactions, apparently, according to them. So you might as well enjoy them now and just go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let's make the most of this moment, because you're lucky to be here with me, and I'm lucky to be here with you. So maybe that should be our little happy thing to end this video on. Yeah, we got this moment, let's cherish it, let's own it, let's live each moment to the fullest, let's keep it off tap, let's go out there and do some more reaction requests, drop them in the queue, go to offtap.life to do that and put some more requests in. Let's grow this queue even bigger like we used to have, because that was good days. And that's all we got, really. Just continue just doing what we're doing the best that we can for as long as we can, because, well, apparently it's all gonna disappear forever and ever and ever. And yeah, so, but you've got this moment, and that's because, to take a positive again, you're very lucky to have won the lottery of life, to be able to be here where the conditions are right. So enjoy that, and think of those thoughts as you sleep tonight.
8:01 p.m.
All right, so I had to take a moment to absorb what I experienced, because on retrospect, it was kind of like me focusing on the depressing, I should say, part of this whole experience, which is that we basically, it's all fading to black and everything is just going to cease to exist, and that kind of sucks, right? So, but I want to also take a moment to appreciate the art, the masterpiece, the awesomeness of what we watched, right? Like, let's get out of the gloom of it, because I was stuck in the gloom, admittedly. Yeah, I was stuck in there for a second there, for a while, actually, for minutes, and I needed to take a moment. And that never happens in reaction videos, actually. I don't really, after the fact, really have to, you know, because I feel how I feel. But I realized after watching, I was like, dude, I was so stuck in the freaking horror of this, because it is terror. Like, it is a bit terrorizing, right? Like, it's a bit scary, right? Like, it's crazy. But the way that they did this, to be fair, like, you know, to take it back to the positives about what we just witnessed and experienced and watched, like, for someone to think up how they, you know, think their theory of how the world's going to play out in trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of years, how the whole universe is going to come to an end and all this stuff, like, and then put these visual pieces of art to amazing music, which I did mention earlier, but I should have said something more about that before I freaking went into my gloom statement, my doom statement. But I will say that the music, and I did mention earlier, is absolutely incredible. I just love the music. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely just amazing. And the artwork, the visuals and stuff, as a filmmaker, as an artist, as a you know, music person and a film person and all those things, I gotta appreciate what I witnessed, especially from a creative perspective, because I'm a very creative person myself, and I gotta say that was phenomenal. absolutely phenomenal. Like, incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. Like, it's a work of art. It really is. But it doesn't mean it still ain't freaking depressing and terror at its finest, right? Like, it's freaking hell. Like, fingers crossed, like, it don't exactly play out like that, you know, because, you know, I'm not sure I would have a lot of fun there. I'm just saying, it seems like it's going to be a little bit lonely and cold and boring. And no cars? I mean, I love cars. I mean, well, so they're not going to exist either. Yeah, jeez. Freaking hell. No point washing a car tomorrow. But yeah, then you could also say, eat what you want, have fun. What does it really matter? Like, enjoy your life, live each moment, go do crazy things, just live it, because in the big scheme of things, it don't matter, bro. So you might as well be out there living life to the fullest, keeping it off tap. I'm out.
We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another vlog!